gives 2 minutes. Oh my days. Oh my god. Oh my days. That's so close. Oh, shit, I thought I changed to Bennett. Holy crap. No, I missed. Oh. Oh, so close. I'm so close. Literally. Holy crap, I'm actually not doing that great. Wait, what the f? I've been leveling child all week, man. Absolutely all week. I mean, you know what? If I actually had a good buff here, then just keep doing vape with child and Klee. Yeah, exactly. If only I had good buffs. Because this isn't too bad. These two aren't too bad, but this third one, man. Increases character damage dealt to opponents' weak points. Like, who the fuck has weak points anyway? Is this actually useful? Like, it's so crap, right? No. Headshots. Really? Oh, I see. Are you sure about that? That headshots count? Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Why are these guys walking back and forth like idiots? Yo, fuck off, dude. Is this it? Is this it? Oh my god! Shit! It was freaking Jean's ult. I thought I had Fischl's. I mean, I thought I had Sucrose's. Oh, so clean! Oh my god! It was 1 minute 30. Well, 2 seconds, 32. Sorry. Yeah, headshots are weak points. Damn! It's perfect crit rates with headshots. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a weak point. But, like, it's such a shit buff though, isn't it? Oh, I'm stretching my arms so I can do this proper, man. That was my quickest run. That was actually my quickest run. Right, as long as I don't mess this up completely, it should be good. Right, let me think about it. So, Klee, Fischl, quickly break into Bennett, Tartaglia, Child. I think I should Bennett, Child, then back to Fischl, and then Klee ult would be good. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna Klee ult here. Yo, dude, why'd you go over here? I freaking changed, man. Oh my god, it's it! This is it! Freaking die, please! Yes! That's so good! Oh my god, I had like 30 seconds to spare. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my days, that was such a good run, man. Oh. And with that, here's a showcase of my characters. So these are the two teams I ran. Let's go one by one. So Shangling is level 90 with a level 90 weapon. I use Crescent Bite because she is considered my main DPS carry. My artifacts are decent. It's a mixed set just because I personally feel the set bonuses are kind of overrated, and I just didn't end up getting a good set on her, to be honest. I had to run the Pyro Cup obviously for the damage, and the stats on these aren't that great, so this is really good. Great crit damage, Pyro Cup, the substats aren't great. You can see these, level plus 16 plume, and then the flower. So I didn't get the full set. I probably would have ran the full Noblesse Oblige if I had the artifacts, and she is C6 with pretty high talents just because I did run her as my main DPS carry in the previous Abyss, which had the Pyro buff, so my Shangling's pretty stacked. Next on the list I have Beto. She's level 80, decently leveled, level 80 weapon. I don't have any other good claymores, so I just ended up with this. It's not great on her as a support, but in terms of artifacts, plus 16, you can see my stats. I did run a mixed set because, again, I just didn't have a good full-blown set on her. Constellation 0, talents are level 6, which is, I think, would be the bare minimum to even attempt floor 12, chamber 3. So Beto wasn't that great. Sucrose is level 60, not that high. A level 80 sacrificial. Sacrificial was useful, but I wouldn't say it's necessary. Honestly, if I had like other weapons leveled up, like I probably could have used this Mapamare at level 90, but it didn't really matter that much. At the end of the day, she was used for CC rather than anything else. So level 16 flower, a plume, which is not that great. Attack watch, This is okay, this is decent. But I run Vincent Venera on her as well, which is pretty good on her. Her artifacts are pretty good. C1, which is, I think is pretty needed. It's an awesome constellation to have. And then her talents are level 6. Pretty standard. And then I use Jean. She's level 80. She used to be my main DPS, so she is leveled up quite high. Level 90 Festering Desire for the energy recharge. Her set is pretty trash, actually. I do run Viridescent Venera on her, but honestly, like, I feel like I would have been better off running a mixed set again, just because these substats are awful. Like, look at this. This is completely useless, to be honest. It running an attack sans, which is pretty good. She is at Constellation 1. And it's high-ish talents. Honestly, I didn't read normal attacks, so I used to run her, like I said, run her as a main DPS. That's why this talent is level 8. But honestly, I didn't even auto with Jean, so it didn't matter at all. Jean is the MVP, but I'll go through my characters first before I actually go through everything about the tactics that I used. And then my second team, I've got Klee, which is pretty maxed out. She's level 90 with a 90 with Sith. I think I've only got refinement rank 1, so not that great. Artifacts is all level 20. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Like crit rate, pretty good. Pyro damage, crit damage, attack, crit damage. My best feather that I had, which include crit rate, crit damage, elemental mastery, pretty good. And then my flower, which is okay, not too bad. Constellation 0, obviously. And pretty high talents, I would say, actually, just because she's my main DPS throughout the game. She's just so strong compared to everyone else. Then it runs to Fischl, level 80, level 90 Stringless, with, I don't even have a mixed set, I just have one set bonus. As I said before, set bonus is a kind of a trap. I do have a full Thundering set, but I had to split it with Beto. So Beto has the 2 sets, Thundering Theory, and then on Fischl I just run the 1 Thundering Theory, just because my other artifacts are that much stronger compared to, like, I had to run an Electro Damage Cup, so this is 1 slot, and then to roll a good crown is actually just impossible. Like, I've got this, which is on Beto, but I couldn't even get another one. Neither am I willing to waste some resin to get it. So yeah, that's my Fischl. She is at C6. C6 is obviously a massive power spike. And her talents are decently high as well. +3, so these are level 7. Both of these level 7, so Fischl's one of, like, pretty damn good on my teams. Like, she just does so much damage. Tartaglia, one of my most recent levels, so he's only 70, not that great. With a level 90 Rust, refinement rank 3, so it's pretty good. Artifacts is another mixed set. Whatever I wanted I couldn't get. I couldn't get the full set. As much as I wanted the full set, I just couldn't get good artifacts on him. So I kind of left it as a mixed set. Gladiator's Flower is pretty good. This feather is decent as well. An attack sans is still a 4-star. Hydro Cup, which is amazing because it's Gladiator, which means it's much easier to build for, so that I can still get the Gladiator's Finale 2-piece set, which is a nice buff, and then a 4-star crit rate crown, which is pretty good. Attack, crit damage, and crit rate. Can't do any worse. And then I run. Who's my last character? It is not Jean, it is Bennett. So Bennett is level 60. I only got him recently in the last banner. His weapon is the Black Sword, and you're probably saying, well, that's not free to play. But honestly, like, I didn't even auto attack with Bennett. This crit rate just doesn't really do much, as well as this increases damage dealt by normal and charge attack. It doesn't really do anything. I just used it for the base attack. I could have used Prototype Rancor and it probably wouldn't have changed anything. If I had leveled Skyrider Sword, the energy recharge probably would have been better, to be honest. So I don't think this is absolutely necessary to have. Neither did it really help Bennett's kind of overall set. So artifacts, I have Noblesse. Here's my artifacts. It's okay. I took a lot of time to grind for Noblesse because it's just one of the better versatile sets in the game. He's at C1, which is a massive power spike for Bennett, and talents are level 6, level 5, not that great. But yeah, that's kind of my overview of my characters. Oh, I was on the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. This is my main party. So the main reason why I ran these two teams is because I needed overload on both teams. Without overload, it makes it really hard to break those shields and actually do damage enough to kill them in the time that you're given, which is the 3 minutes. Well, a minute and a half for each part. I did try out this team, which is recommended by Genshin Tuner, saying it's super good, and it is. I did try it out. However, because Sucrose is also here, and I needed CC for part 1 wave 2, by using this team I cleared the DPS check for one part, but the second part was just impossible because I didn't have the CC and I just didn't have a overload team to break those shields, so my second team was actually just dead. However, I would recommend this team. It's great, it does damage, it's easy to play as well, which is the main thing. Mechanically, it's just so much easier to play than both of my teams here. And like I said before, without Venti, I have to go with Sucrose, and it's a lot more to manage if you're using Sucrose. Like, you can't just ult and then everything just stacks up, right? You've got to... What I did in my run is I overloaded to push one of the mobs into the other person and then kind of try to CC using Sucrose. It's a bit hard, like... It's obviously still useful, and that's why I ran Sucrose. Jean here is honestly the MVP. I used her for the Sissin Mage. I can just smack the Sissin Mage on the floor, it does so much damage. All I needed was Jean to kill her, and even if you don't use Jean on part 1, part 2 she's still really good, because if you saw my clear video, I basically used a wall and Jean can push him into the wall rather than the weird mechanics of stun mechanics between levels of characters to allow them to stun enemies and push them away. Well, the stagger mechanics is a bit weird. I don't know the full mechanics, but I do know Child E. If you do 3 autos in Child E and then do a charge attack, it's a guaranteed stun. Granted, Tartaglia is 20 levels with 20 levels within the enemy's level. It's a bit weird, so I didn't want to deal with that, to be honest with you, but there's only one Jean and I decided to kill the Sissin Mage because she's really annoying with her teleport. The last thing I will say is running well balanced teams is much better DPS wise than a solo carry. What I mean by that is I had much better clear times when I'm rotating one character to another. So I would do Shangling E, Beto E, Sucrose E, Jean E, then Sucrose Alt, Sucrose second E, and then cycle back. That did more DPS than actually keeping my main damage like Shangling out all the time just to auto attack. Originally I did go with the single carry, but it just didn't output enough DPS, and that's why you can see Klee and Shangling are so invested, because I went that route and it just didn't produce enough damage at all. Like, it's still comparable, and the single solo carry is much easier to play, I would say, because by rotating you gotta memorize what your cooldown timers are in order to do it efficiently. So at the end you just kind of like play the team again and again, and you'll see like Beto's E is a longer recharge than Sucrose and Jean, so you can keep Jean out for a little bit and then go back to Beto. So it depends on your team, and it depends how well you play at the same time. But by doing the rotation as well, you get more particles, which gives you quicker ults at the same time, and the ults is what basically does more damage than keeping out the single carry DPS. Anyway, I hope this gives you a glimpse of what to expect as a free-to-play player, what kind of artifacts and investment you need to clear those DPS races. Hopefully this video was enjoyable for you. Shout out to my single viewer of my stream, Potato Dragon, for supporting me during the fights. Couldn't have done it without him, and hopefully this guide helps you. See you next time. Peace.